Have you ever wondered what happened if you just didn't have to go to work and could go pump foiling every day? Well, I've tried it out and I went pump foiling for 7 days in a week and I've taken some holidays. In this video, I'm gonna show you how much progress I've made in a week with 7 dock starting sessions, and I'm gonna tell you my top 6 learnings that I've done for you and your dock starting journey. So let's get into it. My name is Jonathan, and on this channel I make music and I film myself falling into the water. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you're more than welcome to do so, because you can see how I progress in my dock starting challenge, and I have personally learned a lot from other people and watching other people here on YouTube. So feel free to follow me and see what I'm doing here. So I've taken a week off and I wanted to go on holidays with my family, but my wife got sick and it got a little cold and we've decided to stay home, and I got the opportunity to go pump foiling every day. And the week actually started for me on Friday afternoon and it ended on Sunday, so it was all in all 9 days, of which I've went pump foiling on 7. So I didn't go exactly every day. I've taken 2 days off, and I could tell you right away, I wish I had taken more days off, because the 3rd day in a row just feels very badly and my legs are really sore. So just make sure to take your time. On the first day, my friend Diego told me an important lesson, and that really boosted my progress. And he told me that my foil is very stable at slow speed, so I should not jump on it as dynamically and I should not push it as hardly, but rather let it go slowly and be very controlled and find my balance and let it glide for a while. And that really made a difference, because at some point I thought I have to start faster so I'm more stable, but that was not the right way to do it, or to approach it, at least for me with my 1350 Sabfoil. It just makes sense to start out slow, and yeah, that really made a big difference. So that was my first learning: start as slow as you can. After this lesson, I've managed to pump for up to 15 seconds, which is actually pretty good for my taste and for my experience. At the end of the week, I could even go up to 23 seconds, so I am pretty close to where I was when I've stopped it 3 years ago. So yeah, I'm back where I was, and it really took me longer than I thought, but yeah, it was worth it. So I've already mentioned it makes sense to take some time for recovery. If you don't have any recovery, it will work, but you run the risk of getting yourself injured, and it's not really worth it. So if you have the time, just go pumping one day, leave another day out, don't go pumping. You can do other stuff, but let your legs relax and then go the day after, because then your legs have time to recover and the muscles can rebuild and reform. Otherwise it might really hurt, and you also will lose a lot of power and control over your board when your legs are sore. My learning number 3 was to hop and not to push. So the term pumping, I'm not so sure if it's correct anymore, because in my head it went much better when I started thinking about being light instead of pushing down. So that's something I can tell you. Just think of being light. In this video, you see sometimes I'm still pushing, I'm still forcing it. It is something I have to get in my brain, and sometimes I'm thinking of it, and that's always the time when I can go a longer distance and I don't get tired as quickly. So being light is really the key to success here. So number 4 is a little gross, but yeah, I've had the problem in one session that I really had to go to pee, and I was in my wetsuit and I had my shoes on, my gloves on, and I've my hood, and I've decided not to do it for a very long time. I've kept with that decision, but my pumping got worse and worse. I got cramped, it hurt, it was annoying. So at some time I just let go. I was in the water for 1 more hour and washed everything afterwards, so it was not really a problem. But what I've learned is that immediately after I let go, I was free and released and relieved, and I could just continue pumping, and it was instantly much better. So just do it, just pee. It's not worth it to keep it in, because when it's cold, you cannot take all your clothes off and then take them back on when they're wet. You will get too cold. So just make sure you go to the bathroom before you start your session, and if it happens, just And another thing that caught me by surprise, and that's learning number 4, is that this winter I've stayed relatively healthy. So I've just had one day where my stomach was a little sick, but for the rest of the winter I was healthy. And that's something I have never experienced before. Like, all the winters I was sick and I've hated the winters. This winter though, maybe because I was so much in the cold and in the wet, my immune system is just perfect. I'm just feeling very fine. I'm enjoying the winter. I'm not cold. I'm not freezing. So just go out, get wet, get cold, do sports, be out and about, and then when you get back home, just eat something, drink some hot tea, and get back warm. But it really makes sense to go out and enjoy the nature. And the final learning is that I've just realized is that stuff takes time. I've thought that now coming back to pump foiling after a 3 years break, that it might take me 2 or 3 sessions maybe to get back at it, and now I've taken more than 10 sessions just to get where I was before. So this really takes time, and I encourage you just to take your time and not to push it. Sometimes stuff just takes longer than you think, and also the muscle memory has to rebuild, the muscles in the legs have to rebuild, so take your time. It's not worth it to rush it. Yes, and that was it from my experience, from my week of holidays. I hope you have enjoyed it. I would really like to know from you guys, what do you think? Is it enjoyable to go pump foiling in the winter? Do you do it? Or do you say, no, that's absolutely nothing for me, I wait for the summer? Let me know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Bye bye. Peace.